What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Durell, and I am from America.
Why did you come for the retreat?
I first attended a Chod ceremony on my birthday. I was invited by a beautiful person, and I met Rinpoche, and I just felt an instant connection, and I felt a sense of home, and most importantly, I felt safe. So I asked if there was anything coming up, and this happened to align and came in.
Did you come with any expectations about how retreat will be?
No expectations. To be honest, I was a bit nervous because I've never partaken in anything that has the name tantric or tantra and the title of something. So I had zero, and I kept myself from Googling stuff just because I didn't want to ruin my experience. So no, I had no expectation.
What was the most meaningful and magical moment during the retreat?
For me, there was many moments, but inner-wise in me was just linking pleasure with discipline, and knowing that for me the ultimate pleasure is peace, and it's not just a bodily sensation, it's actually a feeling of just being in peace, and that's what these practices have showed me.
What was the most challenging moment, if anything at all, during the retreat?
The most challenging moment for me was being patient with myself, with some of the practices, and knowing that perfectionism isn't a real thing. I was trying to be perfect with some of the practices, the meditations, and the more I tried to keep being perfect, the more it just kept taking me out. And so it was focus, and also loving myself for, like, let's say, seeing a visualization for 3 seconds, and then 4 seconds, and then 5 seconds, and then celebrating that. So yeah, it was focus. That was the hardest part for me, because we live in such an environment, in a culture where everything's like scrolling or next commercial or news, and so focus was the challenging part for me.
How would you describe the retreat itself? How was the experience for you? Like what's...
I felt like home from day one. Just the people from all around the world who came in, there's just so many different personalities and so many different walks of life, and I felt usually in places, like, it takes me a while to really set in and to get comfortable, but I felt comfortable from day one, and comfortable to be myself, and to joke, and not, because I'm a big man, I don't have to be like, I can just be like heart open, just relax, and that's what the space was in this retreat.
And for the people who are on the spiritual journey and they are on the Dharma path and they are considering to join a retreat like this, what would you tell them?
I would say it's very rare to be taught by somebody who's dedicated their life in a monastery. And if you have the opportunity to invest in yourself, and this is not only for yourself, this is for your family, your beloved, your kids, your business. There's just so many takeaways that I have from this, just because to me this is once in a lifetime. And the magic for me was that it was more than just the practices. It was like I also had meals with monks, and like that's just something that like I never thought that I would do. And so if you're somebody thinking to attend this, do it. Like, literally do it. There's nothing I've heard of something like this happening.
What is your perception and understanding of Tantra now that you spent 10 days practicing?
My perception of Tantra is my personal inner union, and and me fully being in my mother nature and nurturing. Just because we look at like nature, like we look at storms, earthquakes, we look at the beautiful birds, like that's all Mother Nature, and I am all of that. So to me, that's what Tantra is. It's the whole spectrum of everything, and it's knowing who you are first and creating safety within, so then outwardly safety also is for everybody around you.
And how do you feel that this kind of teaching, this kind of retreat, and what Rinpoche brings blends with the modern society and model people? So what is it that we can learn and benefit from being with people like that?
Just how clear Rinpoche is. He's very sure on who he is and what his life path is. And of course, it's very different than most people, but just being around somebody who's like, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm here for, it affects you, it changes you because it gets you thinking on, well, who am I? What am I here for? What am I clear about? And if you're not clear about it, you're going to get clear about it by doing the practices. Like, you're going to know what you're here for.
And what would you like to say to Rinpoche personally?
First and foremost, Rinpoche, thank you for being a teacher, but also being a human, and allowing us to see that it's okay to be in practice, to be dedicated to something, but to also really understand and enjoy life at the same time. You don't have to be one way to be anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Prostation.
We do the prostation challenge, right?